Okay, so today I have Natalie with me, and we are going to be talking about one of our listings that is currently on the market, but it's a beautiful property, and I think people need to know about it. So,
Thank you.
Before we begin, though, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and.
Thanks. So thanks for having me. I have been back in the business for about 8 years, and I service the Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan area, and I say that, but I literally run all over the place. I was over in Marblehead, Catawba last week. I also do a lot of lake houses. I do a lot of lake houses up in Michigan. So wherever you need me, you can find me.
She's everywhere.
I am.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about this listing? I'm going to move my mic a little bit closer too. Tell us a little bit about the listing that you have, and the address is 6447 Secor Road in Petersburg.
Michigan. Yeah, Petersburg, Michigan. It's about 15 miles from Ohio, because I know that's probably a lot of people who are watching on my socials will want to know that. It's a great space, like 15 minutes from Ann Arbor, 15 minutes from...
It's only 15 minutes from... Wow, that's a great
20
location.
20 minutes, yeah. Then. Like, it's a great 15 miles, 20. Yeah, I mean, you could get there everywhere pretty quick. It's about 2.5 miles from the expressway. Mm-hmm. So right off the expressway, really accessible, but you're also in the country, which I love this. Yep. We got about 2.5 acres of land. The house sits on a hill. Like, it's so, isn't that great?
Yeah,
like, it sits on a hill.
It's really cool, actually.
And you get beautiful views.
The front of the house, so my first impression of going to the house, it's basically a paradise, in my opinion. It's secluded, and you have a lot of privacy, but what's cool about it is that, like you said, it's on a hill.
It is.
The front of the house, it looks like a normal house, but the back is one of those fading backs where it just goes down. I don't know how you describe that, but
I mean, like you said, it's like built into the hill, and you have that walkout basement.
Built into the home, right?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah.
And the views are amazing.
Yeah, I can only imagine you can sit out there and have your morning coffee and watch some wildlife. And I haven't experienced that yet, but I'm sure there's some deer trotting through. And
I think I saw some deer prints actually back there.
So I'm positive that has to be happening.
Yeah. The first impression that I got from the home, from not just the exterior but from the interior, is that it's massive in that one great room.
Oh, those sweeping ceilings.
Yeah.
And
the windows go from the floor all the way to the ceilings.
And so you could even sit there, have your morning coffee, and just watch and enjoy.
It's like watching a movie on what's called the
IMAX. Yeah,
IMAX. It's like watching an IMAX movie of nature. Yeah. It's beautiful.
It is. And then it actually looks down onto, and I know we'll get to this in a little bit, that pole barn.
Yep. Pole barn's really cool.
You can just look over your beautiful property.
How big is that pole barn?
60 by 40.
We can talk about it now. It's massive.
It's huge.
Heated. It's heated too.
So, anybody who has some activities, hobbies, if you're a car enthusiast, boat enthusiast, or, if you have an RV to store, it has that huge door.
Yeah,
so you
the
can,
lift door.
Lift door, so you can pull that in. You could put a basketball court in there if you want. It's huge.
It's huge. I mean, seriously, you could probably put maybe, depending on the size of the boats, but you could probably put 3 or 4 boats in that place. Maybe 2 to 3 actually.
The first time I saw it, before we cleared it out, the previous owner had 2 trailers and a truck in there, and there was still room to spare.
Yeah.
Lots of room for activities.
I know we're talking about the outside too, but it's just incredible. Like, in the little mall area is what I call it. They've got the fire pit, and it's really like private.
Yeah, and there's the 2 driveways, which is fantastic because you have the one going up to the home.
Yeah. Right.
And then, and so you don't have to run down the hill or roll down it. That's what I keep saying. I'm going to roll down the hill. But then you have the one that goes specifically to the pole barn.
Yes.
And I think that is such a lovely feature. Going back to the house.
Yes.
And what I love about it, you have 3 separate floors of living.
Great.
You got that walkout basement with the family room.
That's right, yeah. Tons of storage, too.
Tons of storage.
Yeah.
Mechanicals are all updated.
Yeah.
And then you also have your main floor, which has main floor primary.
Yep. Yes.
Primary with the ensuite. So you have your bathroom, lovely walk-in closet, and then you have your main floor laundry.
Yeah.
So,
yes. Right.
So, I feel like you can definitely grow with that house and stay there through all years of life.
Yeah.
All your eras of life. You
Classic.
can stay there.
And I love how it has that little, to me, it's like a loft area on the third floor.
Yeah.
Great for an office. It's great just for like a separate living space within the living space.
Yeah. And it overlooks the sweeping ceiling.
Yeah. The views. You can see the outside as well from that loft area. It's just really beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It's, as you can see, we can do some amazing updates to this home that would just amplify it. And make it just outstanding.
Yeah.
But
structurally it seems like, it's just
amazing.
Solid. But
and I feel like we're going back to having the traditional dining areas too.
Yes.
And
I like that. It was very quaint and private.
Yeah, you could have that traditional dining area, or I've seen a lot of people recently turn that into it
could be an office.
An office space. Yeah.
That would actually be a really nice office right there, because it has those French doors too, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But it'd be
very
perfect.
Executive
feel. If they put hardwood floors in that, and then
amazing.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I have grand ideas. I always have grand ideas though. Always big ideas.
Well, I loved about the basement too. Going back to the basement, downstairs it had this massive fireplace, and then it had a separate area that could have been a den as well, or an office.
Yep. Or you could make that.
And it's not a small office. It's pretty. It'd be a pretty big one.
Yeah, you could do a bar or
bar,
a pool table.
Ooh, a bar. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because it was such a separate space.
You could do a pool table in the fireplace area, because they got a little section over there in the bar.
And the bar in the back.
Yeah, that's actually really neat.
Yeah.
But Natalie, thank you for sharing all this information with us about your new listing. We're excited. How do people get in touch with you if they want to?
Easiest way, always 419-973-5023. Text, I will get back with you almost immediately. I will definitely answer a phone call as quick as I can. You can email me, natalie@danbury.com. Pretty easy email.
Yeah, pretty easy.
All my socials. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I will answer most of those pretty quickly too.
Awesome.
And then website, nataliepohorecki.danbury.com.
Pohorecki, is that how you say it?
Yep.
I didn't know.
Did you never know that?
I never know. I always call her Natalie. So.
Just Natalie P. Natalie P. will find me.
Awesome, Natalie. Well, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your information about your listing. We're excited to see what you have next.
Yeah. Great day.
Thank you.
Thanks.